Everybody, this is Jim at freechartvideos.com using time-honored techniques to try to understand modern markets. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as any form of actual investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own due diligence and make investment decisions that are suitable for your financial situation. And I just remind you again, I am not a licensed professional. And, buddy, today I did not trade like a licensed professional either. I might mention that a little later. I'm just a guy that draws lines on charts. Okay, looking at a 4-hour chart, we are seeing our head and shoulders top, a total breakdown of that neckline with violent selling, and this red line right here, I am drawing that from the July low. It moves around on me a little bit, but that line is drawn from the July low across the head and right shoulder of last late summer and early fall of 2010. Let's make sure we get that drawn just right, and I'm going to show you where that lines up with where we are right now. Oh shoot, my mouse is screwed up, guys. I don't know what's wrong with it. The left mouse button just kind of has a little bit of a mind of its own. But anyway, what I'm looking at here, I want to show you this line for a couple different reasons. One reason is, if we go back now on that 4-hour chart, one of the reasons I want to show you that line, it goes my mouse again, golly. Ignore this stuff, it gets out of shape when I'm in the 4-hour time frame. We're talking about this head and shoulders pattern, and you know, the last time the market made one of these patterns was the fall of 2007, and there was an eventual pullback to the neckline on that pattern, but the breakdown from it wasn't nearly as deep as what we had from this one. So I went back and read the technical analysis of Stock Trends book, the section on trading head and shoulders patterns, and there are 3 places where you look to trade a head and shoulders, and I'm going to show you what those are. The first one is you look to trade on a return to the line drawn across the head and the right shoulder. Okay, that's number 1. That means we're looking for a return up to, over 1320. All right, keep that in mind. Just make a mental note. The second one is a return to the neckline. Okay, so that means a return to probably at least 1260, 1270, 1280. The third one is measuring, and let me just measuring the breakout move from the right shoulder down to the end of the move, which I'm now going to say is right here. The you short at a 40% retracement of that overall breakout move. Now, if the breakout move is from here to here, that 40% retracement is right at about 1200. So, according to John McGee, you short at the first of those things that happens, and that would be the 40% retracement. However, I'm not saying I'm not going to do that blindly, because we all know that the charts have a tendency to reveal themselves as things develop. And I'm thinking by the time we get there, if we get there, there will be something in the chart that kind of gives itself away. It just so happens that, again, going back to the 2-day chart, it just so happens that that 40% retracement is almost exactly a back test on this line right here. So again, if we look at it on the on a 30-minute chart, let me snap that line again. If I can find my tool, I'm going to split the difference here on this shoulder. So we're going to go here, here, and 40% is actually a little below that. But I'm thinking we watch this orange line and see if that turns things back. Additionally, if we draw this trend line across these peaks in this downward channel, that line could come into play as well. So, you know, this just certainly bears. We need to watch this really carefully. And guys, I tell you what, I'm pretty ticked off. I hate to say this, because I went long on the little pullback right here this morning, and I put my stops underneath where the market had hammered here and here. I had my stops down at about where this cursor is right here, and I got stopped out, and then just watched everything climb back. Ticked me off. So I would do this, keeping in mind that this is probably going to be resistance. We did break this down channel today. I would expect a back test that could be, again, we're dealing with such volatility, that back test could come back down to the 1140s or 1130s, at which point I would look to have a very short-term long position with the idea that I'm out of that on a tag of this red line. If this goes straight up to the red line, then I would be very surprised. It could, but I would be very surprised. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this line right here as, why is that not, here we go. I'm looking at this line that I just highlighted, the top of this channel, to be support, and I'm looking at this line to be resistance. So the ideal situation would be the markets sell back down sometime tomorrow. We tag this line on a back test. It's also possible, while we're looking at it, that this line right here would give us some support, because that was resistance today, just over 1150. So it could be that back test doesn't come all the way back down. If it looks like it's firming up here, maybe that's a good entry. But I would think respect Mr. McGee and his book, and not expect to get too much over this red line. If it does, then it could run on up to this neckline, which would be an even better place. But we just have to watch it, see what kind of signal the